Imagine voluntarily running into North Korea as an American soldier. It sounds unbelievable, but that's exactly what Travis King did. In July 2023, 23-year-old US Army Private Travis King stunned the world by crossing into North Korea from South Korea's demilitarized zone, a place infamous for its security and tension. King's unexpected defection not only baffled military officials, but sparked a massive international incident. Today, we're diving into the events leading up to King's defection, the motives behind his drastic decision, and North Korea's surprising response. To understand King's decision to defect, we first need to look at his history of legal and disciplinary problems in South Korea. Travis King enlisted in the US military in 2021 and was stationed in South Korea. But rather than a smooth deployment, King faced multiple issues, both personal and legal. In October 2022, he was involved in an altercation at a nightclub in Seoul, where South Korean police detained him. Later, he damaged a police car and reportedly made anti-Korean slurs, which led to charges of assault and destruction of public property. These actions landed King in South Korean detention, and he faced an escalating series of disciplinary measures from the US military. After several months in detention, King was scheduled to return to the United States in July 2023, where he would face additional disciplinary action. On the day of his flight home, King was escorted to the airport by military officials, but rather than boarding the flight, he managed to leave the airport. What's unclear is exactly how King slipped away undetected. This act not only showed his unwillingness to return to the US, but set the stage for the far more shocking decision that would soon follow. After avoiding his return flight, King found himself at the demilitarized zone, the 2.5-mile wide stretch that separates North and South Korea. He joined a group of civilian tourists on a tour of the Joint Security Area, or JSA, the very place where North and South Korean soldiers stand face to face, making it one of the most tense and closely monitored locations on Earth. During the tour, King reportedly broke away from the group and made a sudden dash across the border into North Korea. This was not only dangerous, but unprecedented. American soldiers stationed in South Korea are well aware of the risks associated with North Korea, a country known for detaining foreigners, especially those from the US, as political bargaining chips. While there have been other Americans who crossed into North Korea intentionally, this was the first known instance of an active duty US soldier defecting in this way since 1982. King's decision to enter North Korea shocked officials and experts alike, as it appeared he was fleeing several consequences back in the US, possibly opting to defect rather than face disciplinary actions in the American military justice system. Once King crossed the border, North Korea's response added to the intrigue. For weeks, the North Korean government didn't acknowledge his presence, leaving the US and the global community in the dark about his status and welfare.
A civilian tour of the demilitarized zone, the heavily fortified area separating North and South Korea.
When they finally broke their silence, North Korean state media claimed that King entered voluntarily, driven by alleged racial discrimination in the US military and other grievances. This claim followed a common North Korean propaganda approach, as the regime often uses defectors to highlight what they portray as the failures of Western governments. However, in a surprising twist, just 2 months after his defection, North Korea announced they would release King, handing him over to US custody in September 2023. Many experts believe this quick release was due to his complex background and potential diplomatic factors. Unlike previous American detainees, whose cases often dragged on for years, King's swift return may suggest that North Korea saw limited value in holding him, or that negotiations led to his expedited repatriation. Travis King's defection into North Korea is one of the strangest in recent history, highlighting the unique pressures of military service abroad. the complex US-North Korea relationship, and the unpredictable outcomes when individual decisions collide with global politics. Today, King's story serves as a reminder of the tensions at the DMZ and the complicated narratives that come from one of the world's most guarded borders.